Hi everyone! Aren't they pretty? So I contacted Stacey Ward about doing a collaboration, and this is my set of nails. So I popped all of her details below. I love Stacey. Her work is friggin' gorgeous. She's so sweet as well. Like, we're not like chatty friendly, but whenever I pop little comments on her posts and stuff like that, she's always so sweet and so nice. And so I was like, yes, let's do a collaboration. So we went for Pastel Daydreams. And I just got carried away with the whole in the clouds with unicorns. I am trying different things with my Glamourless today. So I'm trying different ways of applying forms, forms and tips, none of which work. So they all look a bit crooked and wonky, and it's just not great. So I'm doing stiletto nails for this one because I want the like unicorn horn. So I've applied a thin clear base. I'm then coming in with Gliterbels. That was Juicy Peach. I'm then using my clear and cloudy mix, so it's clear and white mixed together, so you get like that cloudy finish. And then I've used Juicy Peach. I've forgotten. God damn, I've forgotten. Flamingo feathers, possibly? No, it's not. Your Mint, Juicy Peach, and I can't remember. Pink Martini. I'll put the description, I'll obviously put all the details in the description below, but I'm using the cloudy, the clear, the white clear as the base, and then I'm just swirling the other colours through, and I'm wanting to create a base because I'm going to be doing like clouds and rainbows and stuff on this nail. So I'm just going to keep doing that down the length of the nail. Sorry for all the noise in the background, the dogs have just been fed and are going batty. So when I finished all of the swirly marbly, I'm then coming in with some rainbow shards from the Glitter Fairy, and then I'm going to come in with some 4-point stars in a crystal rainbow and just dot them about 2 before I then cap in clear acrylic. So with the stars, I've just used my wet brush to pick up a few, put them on the kitchen towel, and then I'm going to pick up the individual sizes that I want and place them on the nail. And then capping that nail in clear acrylic. And I know as I'm working, it just looks like a big gnarly old mess. Honestly. Do not look at this set of nails for smoothness, because it is a mess. That's all I can say. It is a goddamn mess. Moving on to the next nail, I've already applied my thin clear base. I'm then going to come in with Chinchilla, which is it's a really light grey, and it does have slight blue tones. It's one of those that when you look at it, you're like, is it grey, is it blue? I can't tell. It's definitely grey, but it has a lovely blue tone to the grey. So I'm going to do a full colour nail with this. I'm just using this as a design powder. And then I'm applying some of those shards at the tip of the nail, and I'm just going to pull them up and then add a few of those stars before capping this nail in clear acrylic. I'm not chatting too much through the actual application because there's a lot of like artwork coming in later, so I'll get chatty then. And then this nail is a similar thing to the other nail, but I'm coming in with Chinchilla. I'm going to do a full colour nail with Chinchilla, but then I'm going to put the shards at the top of the nail and blend down a bit. And then on this finger, I'm going to do exactly the same as I did on the pinky finger. So I'm just going to do that lovely pastel marble with a bit of shards and guiding stars. In this set, I would also do this design on the thumb too. And when that's all finished, I filed those in, and on the two marble nails, I applied a matte top coat, and that is HD Make It Matte, I think it's called. Shine It, Matte It, it's called Matte It. And then coming in with akzentz gel play in white, and I'm just applying like rough cloud shapes. I'm then dipping my brush in acetone, or you can use alcohol, whichever you prefer, and I'm just blurring out so we get like the fluffy cloud effect. Now the reason I've applied the matte top coat is because I find this so much easier to do on a smooth base, and matte, like if you put it on a shiny top coat, I sometimes find that the shininess, it means that it spreads a little too much. When it's on a filed surface, you can't quite get the spread or the disbursement enough, whereas matte just gives the perfect surface to create this effect. So I'm just going to keep manipulating that and keep playing with it until I'm happy with the effect. I've then cured that in my LED light, and then I'm going to come in and put a second layer of clouds in. Sorry if there's loads of noise in the background. Both of my dogs will not leave me alone right now. But then they're also running up and down, jumping on and off the bed, being just silly little buggers. So sorry if there's a lot of noise. So I'm applying that second layer, and then I'm going to do exactly the same thing. So I'm going to get that acetone, and then I'm just going to feather it out. And then I'm going to do exactly the same thing on the other marble nail. And then I'm going to apply my Shine It top coat from Hazel Dixon. So this is a full shine top. Evelyn, it's a full shine top coat. I'm sorry, if I'm not giving my dog enough attention, she proper scrabbles at me. Are you going to hurt me, dear? So I then sped this bit up because all I did was put a rainbow on. So I'm using Gel Play from Hazel Dixon. No, they're not. Oh my god. HD Pro art gels, not gel play. And I'm using some of these in lovely pastel shades to create a lovely pastel rainbow. So on the pinky finger, I've just applied the rainbow and then I cured in my LED light. But on this index finger, I'm going to apply the rainbow, but then I'm going to sprinkle on some Crystal Superfine in Rainbow from the Glitter Fairy. And then once that was sprinkled on, I cured it. So as you can see, we've got a little sparkly rainbow on that nail. Then moving on to the Unimacon nail, I'm coming in with, oh, it's akzentz, but I don't know which one. A builder gel. I only really use builder gel for art, so I don't honestly pay that much attention. So this, I'm just going to put swirls across because this now is going to be a unicorn horn. So I'm just going to keep swirling down. I need to leave a decent gap between each one because I'm going to do 2 layers. So I'll do 1 layer like this, cure my lamp, and then I'll put another layer on and then cure again. So just keep working down the nail, creating that unicorn horn spiral. As I said, I cured that first layer and then I'm coming in with a second layer just to build it up a little more. And then when that second layer has been cured, I'm then coming in with my tack-free top coat, and this is Shine It from Hazel Dixon. And you want to make sure you really get in between each of the swirls and spirals. You really want to get in every little nook and cranny because obviously your builder gel will have a tacky layer, but you need tack-free because you want to put, well, I'm going to put some flakes on. So once I'm happy with how I've coated this, I'm then popping in my LED light for 60 seconds. And then when it comes out of my LED light, I'm going to use some Galaxy Flakes from the Glitter Fairy. And these are in Nisa, which are kind of like a pinky finish with a few little bits of holographic. So I'm just putting that down the majority of the nail. I'm not trying to get full coverage. I just want that nice random speckled look so that it will work with glitter underneath and just give a lovely, like, ethereal look. And then I'm just going to get some silver holographic flakes and just pop them right on the tip. Again, I didn't want a full nail. I just wanted to add a little bit extra sparkle right to the tip. And then I'm going to double top coat this in my tack-free gloss, making sure I get in all the little nooks and crannies. So I always go down the nail and then I kind of swipe across with the spirals. And then we're on to the unicorn. So for this nail, I'm going to start off by creating the little eyes. So we just have little closed eyes. They're kind of like little commas. And I spin the hand upside down so that I can mirror them. And then I pop teeny tiny little eyelashes on there. And this again was Hazel Dixon's art gels. And then I'm curing that in my LED light for 60 seconds. And then I'm going to do some work with 3D. So I'm using a small bead of Chinchilla. So I'm using 2 of these beads. Can we just take a moment to appreciate that it's been 2.5 weeks since I last did my nails, and that cluster is still there. I've scrabbled and picked off loads of other ones, but I cannot get the cluster off. That is how well it is stuck. So I've popped that bit of Chinchilla on the back on some form paper, and then I'm going to form 2 little ears. So I stare at my horse's ears a lot, so I am aware of the shape of horse's ears, so I can pretty much from memory create the kind of shaped triangle with a little woohoo at the end. But if you're not so familiar with pony ears, then Google just, horse's ears, unicorn ears. Hopefully you won't get anything weird come up. And I did it so that they both kind of point in a little bit. I think they ended up looking a little too elfy, but they're cute. So I'm just creating 2 little ear shapes, and then I'm going to use Blossom. Now this gorgeous pink was used by Jodie in our recent collaboration, and I saw her set with this and it was like, oh, I need that, so I had to buy it immediately. So I'm just putting a little bead of that Blossom in the middle, and then I'm just going to pull that up so that you've got like nice little pink inner bits of the ears. Next I'm going to make some rolled flowers. So first of all I'm just going to put some strips of the random colours that I'm going to use for the flowers. So I'm using Juicy Peach, Blossom and Your Mint. So you want to spread them out so you've got about 1.5 centimeters long. You don't want it too thick, and you want to keep them nice and flat, but then you don't want to make them too thin. You want these to be easily rollable. Practice. This is something you definitely need to practice and play with. And then I'm going to just use my brush to pull that up off, as you can see, get it off the form, and then just roll that acrylic. So you end up with little rolled flowers. I'm gonna then create lots more of these, and I'm going to place them on the top of that nail to create a like flower garland crown for my unicorn. So when I'm ready to fix these to the nail, I've just applied a small bead of clear acrylic, and then I'm coming in, I use my tweezers to pick these up and then pop these on the nail. And as I said, I'm just going to keep building these up until I'm happy with the design on this nail. And then at this point, I've got to be careful because I know I want to put a unicorn horn, but made out of crystal. So I've left a little gap there. I'm then going to check the sizing. So this is a teardrop pointed back Swarovski crystal in crystal AB. So I'm just kind of holding it where I want it, getting an idea, and then I'm going to apply some acrylic and then set it in some acrylic. Then adding my last few 3D flowers around there, and then I'm just going to do some flat flowers. So these are done, I literally just use a small bead of acrylic, place it on the nail, and as it's setting I just pierce it in the middle with my brush at a 90-degree angle, so you end up with like a little donut, and then I put another bead of acrylic in the middle and create another donut in the middle of the first donut. So that is all going to be shown next anyway, but I've just sped it up because, you know, it's 40 minutes into the video and I'm still talking. So as I said, I'm just adding a few more little round flowers around the edges, and then I will do the little crystal crown. Oh, but before the crown we need ears, don't we? So I've applied a little bit of clear no, I've just sized up the ears, and then I've come in with a little bit of clear acrylic, and then I'm going to pop the ear on top. And it is as simple as that. Boom. And then I spend about half an hour moving it around until I'm happy with the position of it. And then I felt she just needed a little bit extra. So I'm going to come in with a flatback Swarovski heart, and this is in Crystal AB. I've placed that right in the middle, and then I've just put two little round flatbacks either side. So it looks like she's wearing a beautiful heart tiara. And that's it. That is my Pastel Daydreams set of nails. I really hope you've enjoyed this video. I had so much fun creating these nails. As soon as we'd decided on the theme, I was like, yes, I know what I'm gonna do. It just kind of came flowing to me. I had so much fun doing these. I can't wait to see what Stacey has done. I haven't seen hers. Normally when I do a collaboration, we schedule them at the same time, so check in the links below. There'll be information on Stacey's video, so I hope you go check hers out too. If you've come to watch this from Stacey's channel, thank you so much for coming and checking it out. Yeah, I threw one of the crystals off with my nail there and had to put it back on. That's it, we're done. I'm gonna go have a nap now because these are so beautiful. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed my video, and I hope to see you guys all again soon. Bye!